6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Liftoff of the Delta rocket carrying Blast, a gamma-ray telescope searching for unseen physics in the stars of the galaxies.
Welcome back to Miss Kelly's Book Nook. Today is our first episode in our new space series. All good space missions start from one place, Earth. And so that's where we're going to start our journey. So we're going to read this book about Earth, written by Earth, while you float through space on, you guessed it, Earth. Would you like to see what it's called? It's called Earth, My First 4.54 Billion Years, written by Stacey McAnulty and illustrated by David Litchfield. Now, if we're talking about space, why would we start with Earth? What's the big deal? We're talking about outer space, right? That's more important. It's very important to learn about our planet, too. So, let's find out why. Earth, My First 4.54 Billion Years by Earth, with Stacey McAnulty, and illustrated by Earth and David Litchfield. Hi, my name is Earth. Some people call me Gaia, the Blue Marble, the World, or the third planet from the sun. But you can call me Planet Awesome. My family is really, really big. You see their holiday card? So we've got Earth, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and our tiny little pet friend, Pluto. I have 7 siblings in my solar system. I'm closest to Venus and Mars. Some used to say I have 8 siblings, but Pluto is more like the family pet. And then there are my cousins. My Milky Way family has billions of planets. Told you, big family. My favorite things to do are spinning. It takes me a whole day to go around once. And circling the sun. That takes me an entire year. My best friend is the moon. We hang out all the time, even when you can't see her. The moon needs 27 days, 7 hours, 43 minutes, and 12 seconds to go around me. I've timed her. I was born 4.54 billion years ago. I don't remember what it was like to be a baby. Who does? But I've been told I was a hot mess. Baby Earth. Explosive, gassy, very cranky. Then I started to cool off, and things got wet. Really wet. It rained for thousands of years. I'm not kidding. Thousands. I was soggy and lonely. A few islands popped up in my oceans, but no plants or animals. My islands must have been lonely too. They got together and made bigger islands called continents. I remember and Nuna and the ginormous Pangea. Then Pangea split into 7 separate continents: North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, and Antarctica. Things are always changing. As I got older, stuff began to grow. Life! 4,540,000,000 years ago, I arrive. Almost half my life, you probably wouldn't even recognize me, though I've always been around. 2,400,000,000 years ago, air! If anyone had been alive, they could finally take a breath. 470 million years ago, plants that can live on land. 400 million years ago, and then came bugs. 240 million years ago, my first dinosaur. 210 million years ago, yay for mammals! They're fuzzy and warm. 150 million years ago, birds. Did you know they are relatives of dinosaurs? 130 million years ago, flowers. I'm a very pretty planet. It's not bragging if it's true. 200,000 years ago, Homo sapiens. You humans have big brains and walk on 2 feet. The time of the dinosaurs was one of my favorites. I mean, everyone loves dinosaurs. They lived with me for 175 million years. Until... asteroid! It's not always easy being planet Earth. Volcanic eruptions, ice ages, major collisions. But on the inside, I'm still planet awesome. You can see we've got the crust on the outside here, and then we've got the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. Humans have been super fun. No other species has ever been interested in learning about me. Other animals are nice, but they mostly eat and poop and never wonder about my amazing life. But sometimes humans forget to share and play nice and clean up after themselves. What all do you see going on in this picture? What are the problems you see? Still, I bet you humans will turn out to do really great things. We love you, Earth! So that concludes our reading for today. Let's pause for a minute for some fun facts. So, here are some fun facts all about Earth. You can see on the back of the book here, there's a letter from the author. And she says, "Dear alien visitors, thank you for reading this book. I'm a bit of an expert on the subject of Earth because I've lived here my entire life. I think Earth is the greatest planet in the solar system, and not just because she's the only one with a breathable atmosphere. I do like air. We also have ice cream and books, which are some of my favorite things. Perhaps you'd like to learn even more about Earth. Perhaps you are considering making Earth your second home, so you can visit during your summer vacations. Here are some additional fun facts about our great planet. Enjoy. Sincerely, Stacey McAnulty, author and Earthling. P.S. I've made every attempt to bring you an accurate, brief, and entertaining history of planet Earth. However, scientists are making new discoveries all the time, and sometimes they make mistakes. I do too. Earth has many secrets, and I hope we can continue learning about our awesome past. So, continents. Continents are huge chunks of land, sometimes separated by water. Today we have 7: Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America. Some nations and scientists consider Europe and Asia one continent called Eurasia. Earth wasn't always made up of the Magnificent Seven. Some early continents include Kenorland, Nuna, Rodinia, and Pangaea, which was one huge continent that covered a third of the Earth and eventually broke apart to form today's continents. Not all geologists agree on the formation and timing of these continents. It would have been easier if there were cameras millions of years ago. But the scientists do agree that Earth's crust is made up of tectonic plates that are still moving. The North American plate and the Eurasian plate are moving apart at the mid-Atlantic ridge on the ocean floor at a speed of about 1 inch per year. If you come back in 1,000,000 years, Earth may look very different. Location. Earth resides in the Milky Way, along with billions of other planets and suns. At least 100 billion suns. Our solar system only has 1 sun, 8 planets, 5 dwarf planets, and about 150 moons. Earth is approximately 93 million miles from the sun, but this varies slightly depending on the time of the year. The planets in order from the sun are... Do you know what they are? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Life. Lucky for me, my fellow humans, and all other animals and plants, Earth is a great hostess. She provides air, water, food, and shelter. However, every so often she goes through changes that make life difficult, impossible even. There have been 5 major extinctions. Ordovician and Silurian extinction 440 million years ago. This had a major impact on marine life. It was probably caused by a severe ice age. Late Devonian extinction 360 million years ago. About 75% of all species disappeared. Permian extinction 250 million years ago. This has been named the Great Dying because more than 90% of Earth's species were destroyed. Triassic-Jurassic extinction 200 million years ago. No clear cause for this extinction, but it managed to wipe out about 76% of life on Earth. Cretaceous-Tertiary extinction 66 million years ago. Bye-bye dinosaurs! Theories suggest a deadly combination of volcanic activity, climate change, and an asteroid impact on Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. So those are some fun facts about our home planet of Earth. So let's have a little chat. So, the vast majority of our book today was all about Earth's happy life. But there was one little moment where Earth was not so pleased, where it says, sometimes humans forget to share and play nice and clean up after themselves. I want you to take a closer look at the pictures. What are some things you see that's making the Earth sad? Why are these things making Earth sad? So, as humans, we have a responsibility to take care of our home planet. And that's one of the main reasons why it's so important to learn about our home planet and not just other planets and stars and all of those other cool things out there in outer space. So have a discussion with your kids about conservation and things that they can do to help protect our home planet and why it's so important to preserve. All right, so we've read the book, we've learned some fun facts, and we've had a discussion. So let's do an activity and really have some fun. And today's activity is all about the inside of Planet Awesome. Now, I did find this on Pinterest, so as always, link will be in the description down below, along with a link to my Miss Kelly's Book Nook Pinterest board that has a section there on space books with so many more space activities. But here's what we are making today. It's this little spinner that's going to teach us all about the inside of the Earth. So what you're going to need for this activity is some blue, green, yellow, orange, red, and black construction paper, some glue, and a brad fastener. So they're called brads if you don't know what they are. They come in a pack that kind of looks like this. And the brads themselves, sometimes they're called brass fasteners. They look like this, okay? So it's got like a little head, kind of looks like a button, and it's got these two little legs that you then fan out and flatten to hold it together. And it's pointy on the ends of the legs, and so you can poke it through the paper and then flatten the legs, and that's what's going to hold it together. So what you're going to do, you're going to cut out the circles in the yellow, orange, red, and black, and you're going to glue them together because you want them to all stay in line with each other as you spin it. And then you're going to cut out a big blue circle and cut out 1/4 of it, and use your green construction paper to sort of freehand the continents. Now, you don't have to make them look exactly like the continents. You could even design your own continents if you wanted to. But the idea is just to make it look fun, right? So you also want to take a little bit of white paper. Do you know why? That's right. If you were to write on the black part, you wouldn't be able to read it. So you use a little bit of white paper so that you can label this section. You label the crust, the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. And you can also add the thickness of each layer. Now, the Pinterest activity stops here, but I didn't want to stop there because one of the things that I find most interesting about the different layers of the Earth is how hot they get. So I found another website, again, link down below, has a lot of really cool information about the planet and the inside of the Earth. And one of the things it has is this little guide here, this little picture that tells you the temperatures of each layer. And so that is what I did here, is I labeled them with the temperatures. Now, while YouTube is available all around the world, and most of the world knows exactly how hot Celsius is and how cold Celsius can be, depending on what the temperature is, I live in the United States of America, as well as most of the kids that I work with In fact, all of the kids that I work with. And so we don't use Celsius here, and so sometimes we need to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit to really understand it. But on the website, it didn't have the temperatures in Fahrenheit. So here's what I did, because I still needed to add the Fahrenheit temperatures on the other side. So here's what I did. I went to a special online search engine that starts with a G and ends with Oogle. And there are two ways that you can do this. You can simply type in the exact Celsius temperatures and write to Fahrenheit, and it will convert it for you. Or if you want a really cool challenge, which I highly encourage you to try, you can actually search for an equation, and that will allow you to calculate and change the Celsius into Fahrenheit yourself. So maybe you try that first, and then you try the easy way and see if you got it right. But anyway, you want to label the other side with your Fahrenheit temperatures to really explore the inside of Planet Awesome. So, I hope you have fun making this just like I did. Hope you learn a lot about our awesome planet, or Planet Awesome. But that's all that we have for today. So remember, videos are good, one-on-one is better. Read with your kids. See you next time for our episode 2 in our space exploration series.